cranky or not, I'm keeping my car. So y'all, I decided to keep a car and keep my car as long as I can until I get another car. I don't care if it's cranky. If people see it's cranky, if people like, damn, your car is cranky. I don't care because I found out that, our cities, our states have designed our our homeland in a way where we need a car now, okay? Unless you living in the South or you living in Florida, you need a car. All right. So I don't live in the South and I don't live in Florida. So there ain't a lot of flat land here in Pennsylvania. Plus, I'm getting too old to be walking hill after hill after hill after hill. If I wanted to be an Olympic athlete or something, okay, yeah, I'll ditch the car and get the Mac in these hills. But I'm not trying to be that, okay? My knees ain't as strong-willed because they went past from being strong, then they got strong-willed. Now they ain't strong-willed no more. My knees are not even strong-willed now. So, I need them to get a little bit less work sometime. Like just moving the pedal on the car. It don't require a lot of knee strength. So yeah. Also, you never know when somebody gonna get fake and act funny and try you, and you need to hop in your car at any time because the bus transportation don't run all the time. Sometimes the bus don't come; it come too late, and you might need to get away fast. Somebody might try you in these streets. You need to hop in your car and get ghost fast. So, I feel like a car, in a sense, is a good way to get away when you need to get away. And I don't mean like because you committed a crime, but nothing like that. Just when you need to get away because somebody else is trying to commit a crime and involve you. You need to get in your car and get away. Okay? Just in case your landlord get funny, try to put you out without notice and knowing you ain't got the money to take them to court, you can sleep in your car. So you never know when these landlords are going to get funny now. You never know. They might say the economy got too bad. They ain't got no choice but to put you out in 3 days. Take them to court if you got a problem. They know the economy's funny for you too. And you don't have the money to take them to court. So they don't give a darn. How you feel? What are you going to say? You gonna stay on the road? You going to sleep somewhere? You got family that you can tolerate staying with? I'm just saying. You can stay in your car. You'll find somewhere to park your car and stay in it for the night, or just go to a different spot so it doesn't look like you sleeping somewhere permanently in your car and they don't give you a ticket. So I'm just saying, y'all. Also, there's places that you just seem like you can't seem to see without a car. The bus transportation don't go up in the parks like here. Like there ain't no bus transportation to come up here. So you gotta have a car. So unless you're trying to mack it like 5-6 miles just to go sit at the park for 30 minutes, you need to get a car. Okay? If you in your 20s, go right ahead. Max 5 miles just to sit at a park, up in the park for 30 minutes. Or get on a swing for 30 minutes. You can do that. You in your 20s. But when you have did some back-breaking work for at least 20 years of your life, and you have raised kids, and other people's kids maybe, no. You need to be able to drive your car up inside the park like I did, okay? So that's another reason why I'm keeping my car, whether it's cranky, crusty, and I can't get the crust off, whether it's chaotic in ways, okay, and toxic in ways that I can't change about it, and whether it got some bipolar ways, I'm still going to keep my car so I can get another car that's not dealing with those problems. So I'm going to tell you another reason why I'm keeping this car. It just seemed like you live a more exciting life. If you just say, hey, I'm going to just get in my car and go somewhere for the next 6 hours, just vanish. You can vanish. You can't really vanish when you're on the bus. You see people that see you, that saw you, that know you. And you like, I can't vanish this way. Like I might run into people that I know. But if you in your car, you could put on your sunglasses and look straight as you driving. And you can pretend like you didn't see nobody, And you can take back roads, alleyways, whatever to get to where you're going. at a time of day where you think ain't nobody gonna be out that you know, and you could really vanish. But when you're standing at bus stops, so many people are seeing you. They're looking through bus windows at you while you're standing at the bus stop. People are driving by and seeing you. People are seeing you on a bus. Sometimes you want to go off the grid, like feel like you really off the grid. And that helps if you have a car. Okay? Unless you got a cabin stashed away somewhere. If you don't, then then you ain't really going off the grid if you're outdoors, moving around on foot or on bus. But if you're in a car, yeah, you can actually put those screens up on your windows to block people from being able to see you as you sit in your car. So, that works. But you're not able to tell other people to stop looking at you when they're in their car driving by you. You can't tell other people to put something up on their windows and start watching you as you walk around. You can't tell people that who's in their cars. But if you get in your car, you could go away to little hideaway places. You could pretend like you hiding away from the world and stuff. It's just better, y'all. Sometimes you don't want to go shopping every day or every week, and so you can get all your groceries in for the month, or you don't want to pay an Uber and sit in the Uber where everybody else sat at. You don't know what people was thinking and feeling when they were sitting in them Ubers. So sometimes you want to know that you want to get in your car, only your energy being primarily in there, so you feel safer. You're less influenced by some random energy. Unless you're a person that like to pick up randoms all the time in your car. You shouldn't be doing that. A car ain't for that, okay? That's ghetto. That's ghetto. All right, so yeah, when you get a car, you can dress your car up like a whole nother crib. My daughter got her car looking like her dream crib car. She got her favorite stuffed animals. She got little fresheners, little stuff, art in here and everything. My daughter's car looked like you just stepped into a little apartment. I started telling her, inside of your car is so cute. She said, Mom, it's home away from home for me. She said as much money as she paid for her car, she making sure she get the most out of it. That's another thing. If you ain't got no car and you out here and you want to go in the crib, you got to go somewhere where a lot of people's at, like the local gas station or coffee shop, or somebody else's crib. If you don't want to go to your crib, but if you got a car, you can go in your car and trick it out in the inside so it feel like you in your crib. There's little things you could do in there. I wish my daughter would do a course because she's very artistic. I wish my daughter would do a course on how to make your car feel like home away from home, because her car's not that big. She got one of them little hatchbacks, but you can't tell. The way the color scheme and everything, she got a little pink stuff and all that in here. Yo, I'm about to do that to my car. Sometimes you can have a car but feel like you don't have a car because it feels too much like a factory car. A car is supposed to feel like home away from home. If you don't feel like that, you might got to trade up your car, sell your car, get a different car. Get a different car, or you need to do something different with the inside of your car or something. Okay? What is the point of having a car if it feels like you're working in a factory, you enter in a factory and it just seems like work all on the inside, like it's just factory stuff? No. Y'all, that's not for me. Okay? That's not for me. Another reason why I'm keeping my car, no matter how miserable it acts sometimes, is because emergencies. Sometimes you don't feel like calling the paramedics. Those fees that come through your health insurance ain't always willing to cover no paramedic fees. So if you got a car, you can try to get there, even though you might be real sick. You I could get to the nearest hospital that's 10 minutes away. But if you waiting for a paramedic van and it's not, you can just hop in your car and probably get there faster. Because let's keep it real. Some of these paramedic vans are sitting in traffic, caught in traffic. Traffic don't always move for them. You don't know what hospital they're coming from. They might got to come up the steps to get to you, get the stretcher through the door, all that. That's wasting time. So if you got a car, you can just hop in your car and go straight to the ER. Let me tell you a story. My mother would probably be alive today, but the paramedics had to get the stretcher out in the parking lot and climb like 2 flights of steps to get to her. This is no lie. First, they had to get through the door. They had to wait to get buzzed in. Then they had to get the stretcher up the steps. If my mom had lived on the first floor and there was no buzzer, they were waiting to be buzzed in, and no hallway they had to walk through first and then some steps to get up, they would have got straight to my mother before she collapsed and died. Okay? She collapsed and her heart stopped just as they were coming up the steps. So who knows how long she had to wait for them to get to her, maybe about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the local hospital she could have went to is only about 5 minutes away from her crib. Was only about 5 minutes away. If she had somebody who was nice, she could have knocked on her door. They could have went down to her car, the person's car, a neighbor's car, hopped in and got her to that ER in 5 minutes. They could have treated her immediately when she came to that ER, being as though she already had a history of heart trouble. So she would have actually got to the ER, most likely, sooner than the paramedics would have got to her. But she didn't have nobody to call in that apartment building who would drive her. This is why it's important for us to go back to the times in which everybody got along as neighbors, especially people who have cars in the neighborhood. Your car can save a life, okay? So people need to stop being so stingy with their car, stingy with their car and thinking, oh, this is just for a come up for me. No, your car can save a life. You know, there's people that would be alive today if somebody would have pulled over and let somebody who got stabbed in their car and said, let me get you to the ER that's around the corner, the hospital around the corner. But don't nobody do that. People will see somebody hurt, screaming on the ground and keep on driving. Those people are not worthy to have a car. I'm not worried about blood being on my car seat when I know I'm saving a life. So that's why I say you need to keep your car if you got one, especially if you're middle age. If you young, okay, go ahead without your car. Go ahead. You got legs. Most likely somebody will pull over and pick you up because you're attractive and you young. And, people be thirsty like that. So they'll pull over and take you to the hospital and, pick you up. You could be a hitchhiker real easy if you're young. But if you're middle-aged, they think, oh, you might be dangerous, toxic, crazy, bipolar. If you want to call it crazy, I don't like that word because it's not appropriate. But, people will say you're crazy if you're out there hitchhiking and you're middle-aged. But if you're young and you're hitchhiking, they'll go, oh, you must have got put out by your toxic mama. You might be going through some things, mental health. I feel sorry for you. Here's a ride. But nobody's rushing to give you a ride when you're middle-aged, especially if you are a woman of color and middle-aged. No, they're not. They're not. If you're over 40, ain't nobody breaking their neck to give you a ride. So you might as well go ahead and get you a car and just chalk it up like you paying another little small rent bill just in case something happened. Like Chris Rock say, where he said they need insurance, free insurance out here in case something happened. You need a car in case something happened if you are middle aged. I learned the hard way. So I take back what I said. Where I said, I don't want a car no more. I take that back. There's a guy on YouTube. His name is Thomas. He also changed his mind. He didn't went and got himself a car. He said, nope. You get tired of waiting on the subway, waiting on this. People getting toxic. Look how people are hurting people on subways and trains and subway platforms and stuff. I feel like you are safer when you get in your car. At the same time, you still got to remember that the road is dangerous. So, and you got to have some money on standby or some connections because you never know what's going to happen with your car at any given time. So you can't just say, I'm going to keep getting in my car and I'm broke. What if your car go down and you need to stay in a hotel or you need to get on a bus and get home? You ain't got no money. It always amazes me how people don't have at least $50 saved up in a bank account, but they drive in their car. That's not good. That's not good. Y'all, I'm going to do a part 2 of this video. But I'm going to state one more reason why I changed my mind and I'm keeping my car. Look, you don't know what will happen to this world. And you might need to get away fast. You don't know. You don't know what might happen to the homes, to people, and what might break out in society. You need to be able to hop in your car and get away. If all hell break loose and all electricity go out, internet go out, and it goes completely dark, and you know your home ain't that safe, and you know your doors don't lock that well, you need to get in your car, be able to run to your car and go. So that's all I'm saying, y'all. All right, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to let me know. If you want to send an appreciation donation to my channel, you can send it to my Cash App at @Coach B Hunter. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.